दूसरी कोई
घर
चीज
के
ना
काम
रखो मैं।
मुझे आते नहीं है करने, इसलिए वो करने का तो सवाल ही नहीं है।
No, but
Recording is start.
you should learn
Recording
it.
is start.
Thank you, Miss Misbah and Kasmani Fatima. Thank you for telling. We opened our eyes. Now we can see. Can everyone see?
Now we can say, sir.
That's really, something unique that they said. Isn't it? And our general knowledge also increased with that.
जरूरत
Yes,
तो बहुत होती है।
exactly. Why not? They brought that thing in notice, which we were all unaware about. So, that is a part of general knowledge. You're unaware about something and you come to know about it. So, that thing has come to your knowledge.
जरूरत तो पहले के लेक्चर में भी पता चला था कि रिकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट हुआ है।
Means, I did not get you. What do you mean? Odessa. See, then you stop. When you speak something, you speak up clearly. Okay, nothing. And Misbah,
Yes, sir.
do you think I would not be knowing the recording started? Especially when I'm joined with two devices.
पता होगा फिर भी आपने नहीं बोला होगा,
Of course.
क्योंकि सब लोग आपको बोले ही नहीं थे फिर।
Hmm. I knew. I can see the screen just like you can see the screen on the other phone. Tafsir joined and left. Did she join or answer in any other lecture?
No, except science lab.
Acha, in science lecture she does. Okay, good at
Science
least.
lab.
Science
Science.
lab,
Physical
sir.
lecture.
Acha, okay. Then what about Zoya? These days she
Never,
also does not
never
answer.
in any lecture.
But in my lecture she used to answer. Now I don't know why. I am happy Sarani Fatima speaks up now. Owen Fatima, how are you?
Yes.
How are you? You had come for paper submission.
Yes, sir. I'm fine.
Aisha, Aisha is not answering. Okay, Dolia Shifa,
Yes,
you are there. Okay.
yes.
Hmm. So, chapter 5, Overcoming Fears, that is the name of the
Sir,
unit. Yes, Modesa.
have you sent the chapter number 4
No,
writing work,
no,
spare book notes?
no. I'll send it today or tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
So, where the mind is without fear, what can you understand by the title? Can you tell me what is the meaning? What does it mean? Literally, it means you should not be afraid of anything. What does it mean? Can't you see the title and tell me what is the meaning?
जब हमारे माइंड में कोई fear नहीं हो रहा या फिर fear.
तब क्या? It's incomplete, right?
Yes.
So the objective why the poem is given in your textbook is to recognize that India was under a foreign rule for how many years? For about 200 years, if
200
I'm not.
years.
Yes. And achieved her freedom after a long struggle. We all know that it's a history. We also learnt in history how the freedom fighters fought bravely and sacrificed their lives. And so tomorrow is the day when everyone will again recall that thing. So I have taken this poem today. It is the best time to read this poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. It is in the form of a prayer, just written in 11 lines. The poem is just written in 11 lines by Rabindranath Tagore. Do you know who was Rabindranath Tagore and why is he famous? Why do we remember him? What is the main reason behind it? Who was he? Now, this much knowledge you should have. What?
Poet.
Writer.
Poet?
He was
Okay. Why do we
writer of
remember him?
national anthem.
He
Yes,
wrote Jana Gana Mana.
Writer.
exactly. Correct. He was given a pseudonym, sobriquet, Gurudev. He was known as Gurudev. That was a pseudonym given to him, a nickname. He was a short story writer, playwright, means he was a dramatist, novelist, painter, songwriter. He was multi talented. And he was famous for Bengali literature. He wrote in Bengali language. And he has also won Nobel Prize. He was Indian, not European. Still, he got Nobel Prize. So he was the first non-European who got Nobel Prize in literature in 1913. And as you said, we all know Jana Gana Mana, our beloved national anthem, is his composition. He has written Jana Gana Mana, our national anthem, which will be recited tomorrow at many places. Right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We will be at school. The teachers will be there. You can see that live streaming if someone can show you. So Jana Gana
रात में
Mana,
से दिखा.
okay, we'll see. Jana Gana Mana is his composition, and also Bangladesh's national anthem, Amar Sonar Bangla, was written by him. Sri Lanka's national anthem was inspired by his work. श्रीलंका का जो नेशनल एंथम है उसके सॉन्ग्स उसके राइटिंग से इंस्पायर होके बना था. सो इज the one who has composed Jana Gana Mana should be proud. And this this poem, where the mind is without fear, is in the form of prayer. When this poem was written, India was not a free country. So it was the vision, it was the dream of poet, of Tagore, to make India free. And not just free from the clutches of British rule. But you know, when are we free in the true sense? Right now, are we free? Do you think India is a free country right now? You all will say yes.
No.
Why?
No.
Why do you say no? Then give me the reason.
Mm,
Just one reason everyone
Because
can give.
there, because everybody is not free by the mind. Like
Like,
they
ex-
still have some rules made for girls, made for boys, made for every citizen in India. Like they should not, which is not in our constitution, but still people think that girls should live like this, a man should live like this. So that's they are not free. We are not free from that
old
thinking.
rituals and
Yeah,
customs,
old rituals and customs.
superstitions, blind faith. Yes. So you already said the important points that we are going to read in the poem. Very good. Others? Anyone else? Don't think that whatever she said, if you want to repeat it or something like that related to that, if anyone else, if we are free, and if we are not free, then how are we not free? Anyone else who wants to say anything else? Aisha, Modisa, or Fatima, Aisha, Kasmani, Fatima. Where
Yes,
is
sir.
Lakhani Shifa? Otherwise, she will tell me, let me take screenshot of this also. Okay, let me tell you about the poem. Then I will show you one short video of about 6 minutes. The poem, Where the Mind is Without Fear, is by Rabindranath Tagore. In this poem, the poet describes his vision of free India, how the free India should look like. So, the poem, written in 11 lines, as I told you, is in the form of a prayer. ये एक prayer है, एक दुआ. It begins with the poet describing a land, our India, where people's minds are fearless and where knowledge is accessible to everyone, free of cost. And in this land of free India, people live in unity and harmony, and together they work hard, together, not separately. Together they work hard so as to achieve the perfection in everything they do. In the land that the poet dreams of our free India, habit has not clouded people's reason. Instead, people's actions and thoughts are guided by God. Now, very important point here. What the poet says, we follow the blind faith, we follow the customs which were followed by our ancestors. Frankly, tell me, yes or no? We are supposed to follow whatever
Yes.
society
Yes.
has imposed, the tradition, as
Yes.
you just said. We don't have a choice. We cannot go against it. But are all the things based on the reason? Whatever we are doing every day, the customs जो रिवाज हम रीति रिवाज फॉलो करते हैं, the customs, traditions, is there a particular valid reason behind everything?
No.
No, still we follow. So Rabindranath Tagore wants the people not to follow the things blindly unless they know the reason. If you know the reason behind it, okay. If there is a valid reason, you follow it, no problem. But without reason, like the old systems which were followed, I'll tell you the example. Like uh, sati system was followed. You might have learned in social. When did you type this, Fatima? Yes, correct. Very good.
Yes, in many villages and all, girls are not supposed to study.
Yes, I
And
was about. And okay. So blind faith, superstitions should be eradicated, should be removed. We should live in unity, harmony, work together to achieve perfection. And we should not follow the habits that we have got. Instead, people should take the actions and thoughts that are guided by God. The poet wants us to be led by God. Means when we take some action, when we do something, we should think that whether the God will like it. Are we doing the thing which is in His favor? Would He like it? Not if others would like it or not. That should not be our concern.
Yes.
We should live life to impress the creator, not the creation. So he prays that God should nurture India so that it becomes such a heaven. He wants us to remove all the blind faiths, the old customs that are reasonless. Only that customs I'm talking about, not all. So the customs which are followed blindly since ages should remove that. We should be fearless. We should always be truthful. We should have integrity of character, always be honest, and work in unity and work towards progress. And then we will not wait for the life after death when we go to heaven, but we can create a heaven on the land in India. We can create our own heaven if we follow all these things that he has said. Together, we can make India land of heaven. That is what he has said. Now I'll show you a video. You will understand each and every line, means the words line by line. The voice might be a bit a bit low, but I'll keep the mic near it so you will be able to listen to it. But right now, it seems the network is clear, the network is strong. My voice isn't breaking up today. Is it?
No, sir.
No.
Okay.
No, sir.
So, luckily, I've got this video and I will play it for you. Just give me a minute. Please be attentive while right now it has I have not played the audio. Just a minute. Okay. Should I begin now? If you are all listening.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There might be some doubts, 2 or 3 words you might ask me, but at the end you ask me when we will read from the textbook again. Right now you can just listen at least. I'm sure about 80 to 90% you'll understand, and some of you maybe you'll understand 100% of what is said. It's about 6 minutes 49 seconds, so be attentive. Should I begin?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mic is not getting adjusted.
Where the Mind is Without Fear is a poem written by Asia's first Nobel laureate, Rabindranath Tagore, during the period when India was struggling for freedom from the British rule. It is a part of Gitanjali, a compilation of all his poems. The poem is in a form of a prayer to the God, the Almighty, for a true freedom for India. Being a visionary, Rabindranath Tagore aimed at making Mother India free, united, rational, and strong. It is a sweet dream of a great nationalist who strived wholeheartedly to shape cultural and intellectual identity of modern India. The poem begins with this beautiful line, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. The poet prays to the Almighty that his countrymen should be free from any fear of oppression or forced compulsion. He wishes that everyone in his country has his head held high in dignity. According to him, in a truly free country, every person should be fearless and should have a sense of self-dignity. He must live his life by way of self-respect. In this line, where knowledge is free, the poet dreams of a nation where knowledge is free. Everyone should have free access to knowledge. It should not be restricted to some portion of the society based on class, caste, gender, and barrier. When the spread of knowledge is restricted, people become dogmatic and narrow minded. Tagore wishes his countrymen to awaken and broaden their minds by enlightening it with the power of knowledge. In the following lines, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, Tagore wishes for a world which is not fragmented by prejudices based on caste, creed, religion, or other baseless superstitions. The poet describes the domestic walls as narrow. These walls are broken into fragments which indicate many small groups in a country separated from each other by caste, creed, prejudices, and religion. The walls break the world into fragments and are at the root of narrowness. The poet wishes that prejudices and superstitions should not divide the people in groups and break their unity. In the line where words come out from the depth of truth, Tagore wants a nation where people are truthful. They should not be superficial, and words should come out from the depth of their hearts. Tagore believed that only honest and truthful people can lead the nation towards prosperity. The line, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, is an example of fine personification. Personification refers to attribution of human qualities to inanimate ideas. Here, tireless striving has been personified like a human being stretching his arms to reach his goal through perfection. Tagore talks about his desire for a country where people would strive without getting tired to reach perfection, leaving behind prejudices and old traditions. Where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. Tagore has used a metaphor and compared reason to a clear stream that flows smoothly. Just as a flowing river loses its way in a sandy desert, dead customs also harm all the good intellectual qualities of man. Reason is an intellectual power in man that helps him to move forward and get at perfection. Reason is not literally a clear stream, but the metaphor lets us visualize what it is like to think clearly. Similarly, habits are not a desert. A dreary desert is an image of monotony and barrenness that suggests the unthinking habits get us nowhere and yield no harvest. Tagore wants the power of reason to dominate the minds of his countrymen. He does not want the stream of reason to be lost amongst outdated customs and traditions, and only that can direct the mind towards selfless thoughts and everlasting action. Where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action. Tagore wishes his countrymen to be open-minded and progressive. True freedom lies in the mind which is always led forward by the universal mind of the Father into ever-widening thought and action. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Through this line, Tagore expresses his vision of India as a heaven where there is freedom of thought, spirit, faith, speech, which will lead to the inner perfection of the self. It is to be noted that the heaven of freedom for which the poet prays is not a heaven of political and economic freedom, but of spiritual freedom from fear, narrow-mindedness, and evil desires. Thus, Tagore wants spiritual, intellectual, and political freedom for his country. Intellectual freedom would enable his countrymen to think freely and enter into a new world of thought. Spiritual freedom will make them fearless, truthful, and free from all narrow prejudices. He thought society ought to strive for perfection, harmony, and beauty. According to him, self-respect and self-esteem are the psychological foundations for the development of individuality. The free flow of knowledge is the basis for a free and prosperous society. Thank you for watching. Do
So was it audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How much did
Yes,
you
sir.
understand? 100%.
Yes.
No, sir.
How much?
70%.
Okay. And others?
70 to 80%.
Okay. 1 second. $70 to $80% you said, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
do you remember which things were you doubtful about? If you remember any line or word.
No, sir.
One word was repeated twice, thrice. That word was repeated. It starts with P.
Perfect.
What is
That word begins with P.
Perfection.
perfection?
Perfection तो पता होगा ना सबको, of course. Prejudices. Do you know the meaning?
No.
Okay. It is, in short, if I tell you one word, it is partiality. When we look at someone and we judge that person without knowing him or her, that he is bad, he is not good, or is not of good quality, but without knowing him or her, we just take the judgment. That is called prejudice, kind of partiality, right? That we do, and it existed in India also long back, based on the color of the skin. The person was judged. So that is prejudice. Now, what is given in the poem? Let us read it. Who will read it first?
Sir, can I
Sir.
Yes, Aisha.
read this poem in which the poet lays out his vision of a free India? Find out what he asked for his countrymen to help realize this vision, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless
Striving.
striving stretches its arm towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My father led my country awake.
Okay. So I want someone else also to read one more time.
So can I
Yes, Fatima.
read this poem in which the poet lays out his vision of a free India? Find out what he asked of his countrymen to help realize this vision, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake.
Okay. So 70%, some of you might have understood 50%, no problem. So now I'll tell you what it means. We will again understand it line by line. And all the lines do not mean literally what is written. The words which are written might mean something else. So you should not focus on the words, because poems written by the poets are such that they use some words and they mean something else. The hint is at something else. So understand what is written. The first poem begins with the line, what does he say? It is the vision of free India. इंडिया फ्री होगा तो उसमें क्या क्वालिटीज होंगी? व्हाट क्वालिटीज? Just not free India from the clutches of British, because it when the poem was written it was under the British rule. तब वो इंडिया फ्री नहीं था. Just assume that at that time the poem was written. So Rabindranath Tagore says that the mind should be fearless. You should not be afraid of anything or anyone, and you should your head should be held high, like you are proud that you are a citizen of this country. Why not? Knowledge should be free. Everyone should get knowledge. It should be free of cost, at least till a certain age. The world should not be broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Now, what are fragments? Small pieces or part. We have divided the world into parts, into so many parts, so many countries, cities, villages, right? Human beings have done that. But here the poet says that don't divide the world by narrow domestic walls. So narrow domestic walls means जो narrow-minded thinking है. Till today, narrow-minded thinking exists in India a lot. The narrow-minded thinking creates the walls where we cannot go out of it. The people are enslaved. अभी तक हम गुलाम है. We are still the slaves of the walls, the narrow-minded thinking, the walls that are created by us, right? We are still not free in that
Yes,
sense.
sir.
So that way we are breaking up the world into fragments. We are dividing, we are creating grades, we are creating differences amongst us by this narrow-minded thinking, narrow domestic walls. And the poet wants that when India is free, the words should come out from the depth of truth. Whatever we speak, it should directly come out from our heart, not by thinking. It should be selfless. Whatever you feel, you should speak, and it should be truthful. You should have that integrity of character. Your character should be clean. Whatever you speak, you speak for a reason, not to hurt anyone, and you should speak truth. That is what he says. Honesty, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. Tireless means energetic, enthusiastic. And striving means what? Making efforts. Here it is given determined action, but in easy words, if I say striving means making efforts. Now, to stretch our arms, stretching arms is a human quality, isn't it? We stretch our arms in the morning, especially when we get up or when we are tired after a long sleep. We stretch our arms, don't we? That is stretching our arms. But this quality is given to tireless striving. We should work so hard. We should be so energetic. We should never fail to make efforts. We should keep on making efforts. And efforts, not individual efforts. Poet is talking about the efforts made by a group of people. We should live in harmony, unity, and harmony. And when we work together, then when we achieve perfection, that's called success. So the people of India, leaving apart all the differences that they have based on caste, creed, religion, they should forget all these differences and they should work together in harmony, and that way the perfection can be achieved. Don't you think so? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Then there is given in the on the next page. The next page, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. Now, these lines are typical lines, poetic lines, where the people won't understand at once. ये क्या sand or desert or stream की बात हो रही है? But literally it does not mean. What does it mean? Do you know? इसका meaning actually क्या होता है? As I told you, just when we had begun, whatever we think should be based on a reason. We should not follow blind faith, the customs, old traditions without knowing the reason. तो जो स्ट्रीम होती है वाटर की स्ट्रीम वो डेजर्ट पे आके खत्म हो जाती है. वी डोंट सी दैट स्ट्रीम. व्हेन इट कम्स टू डेजर्ट, नियर द डेजर्ट, देन इट स्टॉप्स फ्लोइंग. वहाँ पे वो एंड हो जाती है, राइट, दैट स्ट्रीम ऑफ वाटर. So our stream, the clear stream of reason means the reason should not be lost. Whatever you do, don't do it without reason. Know the reason, know whether it is right or not, then do it. You should not let your reason go away. Have a reason for doing anything that you do every day. Into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. So dreary means it's given over there, dull and lifeless. Dead habit means worthless activities, rituals, as I told you, the customs that have been followed since generations, that dead habits. Don't follow that dead habits if it doesn't support any valid reason. Have a valid reason. Have the reason that you are doing this. I am doing this for this particular reason. It is right. So I am doing this. So it should, your reason means the clear stream of reason should not lose its way. You should not follow anything that is against any valid reason. Where the mind is led forward by thee, the old word meaning you, thee means you. Your mind should be led forward by thee. Here he means to say that whatever we think, you should first think whether it is right, or like whether whatever we are doing or whatever we are speaking, the actions that we take, is our mind supporting it. When we think, we'll come to know. And still, if we know that we are not doing it right, still we do it anyway. That is not what we should do, he says. Where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and actions. So the poet wants to remove that narrow domestic walls, narrow minded thinking, and our mind should be open minded. We should accept the changes that the new generation is bringing. We should accept it wholeheartedly, or we should not turn the blind eye. We should not ignore these new trends or the new things that society is bringing, the new generation is bringing. We should be open minded, and then we should take some action. We should not try to suppress the individuals who belong to new generation. Into the heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. So my father is referred to as God. The poet says to God that please guide my country. उनको सद्बुद्धि दो. Please give them that thinking, power of thinking, so that they think about whatever they are doing and then they take some action. Not without it. And let my country awake means I want to awake someday in the morning and I want to see that heaven in my country. I want to see that heaven when I'm alive, not after I die. And I want to create that heaven in my country. So I request you, my father, means God, let my country awake, means let them see the fact, let them not turn the blind eye, let them open their eyes in the true sense and see the truth that these dead habits, these old customs are leading us nowhere. If we want to lead our country, if we want to make our country progress, then we have to forget all these blind faiths, superstitions, and we should let God lead our mind. So understood now? Or still 90% or 95% or 80%?
Understood, sir.
100%.
Okay, I thought 110% भी आएगा अभी. So, was it easy or difficult for you to understand? Easy poem थी या hard थी?
Sir, medium.
Medium. Okay.
Not too easy, not too hard.
Some difficult words were there, that's it. And tomorrow, this poem might be read at some places of India. It will be read, I'm sure. So it was the right time to learn this poem. Our country is not free that we celebrate Independence Day, right? We celebrate
sir.
it
Yes,
just
sir.
because we got free of the clutches of British. But tomorrow is being that day, we should tell others to open their eyes and see what is the real meaning of freedom.
We are just independent by the British rule, uh, but not from thoughts.
Yes, superstitions, blind faith, dead habits, old customs, rituals, they are worthless. We appeal the people to stop it, but it's not an overnight task. It will take time. I hope it will it will be achieved what his dream was. So bye
Bye,
everyone.
sir.
Have a nice day.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Bye. Take care everyone. Ready Sara, leave fourth lecture है ना अभी?
Yes.
हाँ.
Tell her to
Bye,
join.
sir.
Bye.